Welcome. We have Dr. Sonia Carpel here from Matria, the Healing Touch, and I'm Becca with Reset and Restore. And today we're going to talk on the topic of milk and what is the value of milk to our health. And we're going to start from there. So Dr. Sonia, can you just share, thank you again for taking the time to share your wisdom with us. It's really appreciated. And we'll just dive right in today on our topic of milk.
Yes, definitely. Milk is a very important dietary source of calcium as according to modern. But in India, we use it in many ways. And Ayurveda says it has really, really many benefits for our health. So, yeah.
So let's talk about, so what are the benefits of our health besides the calcium and the benefits to our digestive system? Because I know a lot of people in our modern world have issues sometimes with digesting milk, but in Ayurveda that isn't the case, and maybe, you know, exploring the reasons why that might be, especially addressing the quality of milk, right? And how important that is. So maybe you can share a little bit more about that, the importance of the quality of the milk as well.
Yes, the milk, as we say in Ayurveda, when we say the word milk, it is taken as cow's milk, or I would say cow's A2 milk. Mm-hmm. So cow's milk is really completely near to, as compared to the composition, just near to the mother's milk. So it is very easily digestible and very easily absorbed in the human body. Okay. So we will be talking about the cow A2 milk today. And in Ayurveda, it is mentioned to take milk all of your life because it is nourishing, it is very easily digestible, and it has madhur ras. Madhur ras, the sweet taste in the body, sweet effectiveness in the body. And madhur ras is very much needed to nourish the body. So that's why milk is mentioned to be taken on a regular basis in India, in Ayurveda.
So you mentioned the A2 milk. So yeah. What does A2 stand for anyway? I don't even know. And why is the A2 milk better? I know we do have that available here in the US. Yes. And I do know that it's more easily digestible. But can you explain maybe a little bit more the why?
Definitely. This A2 term is very new to the world. Actually, it is the actual cow that was inhabitant of India. Oh. This cow has a big hump. When a cow has a big hump, that is the actual Indian breed cow. There are desi A2 cows, there are Gir cows, there are Sahiwal cows, different varieties of cows. And these cows has a different protein in their milk that is very much helpful in the health of the body. While in Western world, the cows are different. We say it is Jersey or other breeds of the cow that are there. They were having different protein. Okay. So the medicinal values that are mentioned in Ayurveda are of the typical cow that was an inhabitant of India, that was having a big hump, and it has big horns. And that cow is the A2 cow, or we can call it desi cow. It has a different protein in its milk that is very much helpful in curing many diseases and even in the cancer treatment.
Mm. So people who might have a harder experience with milk, and haven't tried A2, then they should try the A2 milk, right? Because it's more easily digestible, and there's more values as far as the protein content.
Yes, definitely they should try the A2 milk, and the cows should be reared in a very good environment. They should be fed with a good fodder, and they should be taken care with love and care, rather than taking them only as only for the financial benefits. They should be very well taken care of. In India, we pray them, we feed with the good fodder. Many dairies are doing that, and especially the A2 cow dairies are following all the Ayurveda norms that are needed to take care of the cows. So in that, the quality of milk definitely improves. And if someone is having a problem to digest the milk, they should add some herbs while boiling the milk. They
Mm,
can add this fennel seeds, they can add green cardamom to boil in the milk, and then they can take the milk. So that becomes more easily digestible.
yes. Oh, I love, adding stuff to the milk, like golden milk,
Yeah,
also where you put the turmeric and cardamom. It's so tasty.
true.
Yes. Um, so I think I wanted to go back to and something that you said also, and how taking care of the cows and doing it in an Ayurvedic way actually makes more of a benefit to the milk, right? So
True.
and when we process milk and we get sources that are the cows aren't treated well, they're just stuck in stalls, they're not moving, they're fed hormones. So all of those things matter because then we consume that same hormones and things that the cow has. So the cow maybe is under stress and different things, right? And then we have that quality of milk, and it doesn't have the best effect to our health, right? Because we become what we consume.
True. True.
I think we kind of talked about that earlier too in the Datus in our first episode, and how important it is as far as what we consume, and it builds the tissues within our body. So having a good quality source is so important. Organic, the way that they look into the brand that you purchase, and how do they produce things, how do they treat their animals, I think is so very important. And then the preparation of the milk, right? So a lot of times we might, here in the US, we buy milk in the carton in the store and it's refrigerated. And I think when I was spent some time in India, you guys mostly bought it in these bags and they were fresh, like it was probably milked, that day or the day before. So proper preparation of milks, if whatever we have access to, making sure that it's organic. The A2 milk is the best. And then how do we drink it? Do we drink it cold straight out of the refrigerator, or is it best to warm it up? So maybe you can share a little bit more on, the preparation of the milk and when is the best time to take it, any contraindications.
Yes, when we boil a liquid and cool it down, it becomes easily digestible. This is same with the water also. When we boil the water and cool it and then we take it, then it is very easily digestible. Same way for the milk also, when we boil it and cool it down and then we take it, whether in the cooler form or in the warm form, it becomes easily digestible. Another thing that we need to take care is about the weather and the body type. If weather is cold, we should take a warm or hot milk. If weather is warm or hot, we should take normal temperature or somewhat cooler milk. So we can do that. If a person is of Vata Prakriti, it is he is having feeling dryness in the body, he's feeling coldness in the body, then they should take warm milk. And if a person is of a Pitta Prakriti, he's feeling more of hotter things, hot flushes, hyper sweating or angry nature, they should take cooler milk. But the milk should always be boiled and cooled first, and after that it should be used.
Mm-hmm. So somebody who's never boiled their milk, when they pour it in the pan, right? And do they put their stove on high, low, medium? And then the importance of staying at the stove and watching it, because it can easily boil over, right?
Okay. Yeah, if it's on a high flame, it will boil over. Otherwise, what you can do is put it in the vessel, preferably a steel vessel. Okay. It will not react with the milk, and keep the high flame till the vessel is hot. Vessel should become hot fast if you want to make it quick. Then you lower the flame and you can go around in your home and do whatever you want, and the milk will not come out. If the vessel should be this much higher than the level of the milk, if the milk is at this level, it should be higher. Milk will come at the edge of the vessel and then it will go down. It will not come out of the vessel.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I do at my place is, after it is boiled once, it comes up and down. I let it boil for another 5 to 10 minutes, so that it helps to make the uh, thick malai, thick cream on the milk, it gets separated very easily, and it improves the quality of milk also.
So the thick cream, do you also consume it, or do you
Yes, we
sometimes?
prepare butter with that.
Oh,
And then we
that's
prepare clarified butter, the ghee with that at home. So we prefer to prepare butter and ghee at home.
so you take the cream off and you use it for preparing the ghee and.
Yes, we collect that cream in a vessel for about a week, and after a week we churn it. And when you churn it, it becomes thick. Butter becomes gets separated, and the buttermilk gets separated in that.
Oh, okay. So as far as drinking the milk, we probably should touch on that a little bit. I know we had talked about it before, because there's some things you don't combine with milk, right? So
Yeah.
maybe talk a little bit on that, on when is
Yes.
the proper time to eat and what not to combine.
In
Milk.
Ayurveda, the milk should be taken either first thing in the morning, empty stomach, or at bedtime. These are the two best time to take the milk. It should never be combined with any salted thing. Like if we are taking breakfast and we are taking milk with it, it is a wrong combination. Anything salted should not be taken with the milk. Anything that is having fish component or fish oil in that, it should not be combined with the milk. So most of the two major things that we avoid is never to combine salt, never to combine sour foods with the milk, and never to combine anything that has having fish or fish oil with the milk.
Mhm. But it's okay to have milk after your meal a little bit, but not salty meal?
After 2 hours, after at
After
least 2 hours of your milk. Yeah.
2 hours. Okay.
It helps to sleep you for a better sleep. It calms your mind, it calms your body. So if someone is having a very hectic day, they can take milk at bedtime.
Okay. And then what about lassi? Because lassi is a good digestive and it contains milk, and we can
Yeah.
have that after a meal, preferably lunch, right?
Yeah.
So what is
Yes.
the difference with drinking lassi, and what are the components within?
According to Ayurveda, milk is madhur ras pradhan. It is sweet effect on the body. Lassi or buttermilk, it is kashaya ras pradhan, astringent in properties. So it helps in the proper digestion of the food. So buttermilk or lassi should be taken after lunch, just after lunch. And it's better to add a roasted cumin seed powder, roasted this black pepper in it. And if possible, I have earlier also told, take a vessel, add some ghee, add asafoetida or hing, and add jeera, and crackle them in that ghee. Put it over your lassi and take that one. After that, it's really tasty and it's really digestive also.
Awesome. You know, we should probably collect some of these recipes so that we can share with people on how to. Maybe we'll do that. I'll add some, additional.
Definitely, I will try to make some videos on this, on preparing buttermilk, on preparing butter at home, because you can very easily prepare butter, buttermilk, and curd at home, even the cheese at home. So at least you know that there are no added preservatives in those materials that you are.
Now, when you say cheese, you mean paneer, right?
Yeah, we mean paneer here in India.
Yes, because that cheese is more. I think the soft cheese is easily digested, but the hard cheese is not so good for our digestion. It more is likely to create ama and toxins. Yeah.
It all depends on the weather and the digestive fire. If someone is having Vata Prakriti or Pitta Prakriti, having very high digestive fire, they will be easily digesting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything depends, like, we give some general tips and things and what is good overall, but we also have to be mindful, like, if, what about people who have milk allergies? And we talked a little bit about that, and it's not something that should be too common, but I think why people think they might have milk allergies here is just because they've been drinking not good milk, right? Or their digestive fire is weak.
Yeah, true. Many people think that whenever they get indigestion or they are suffering from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, they stop taking milk. But that is not the solution, because slowly your digestion would be further weak and you will not be able to take any other things also. So what in Ayurveda we advise, if someone is having milk allergies at the time of birth, then that is the actual milk allergy where milk is needed to be cut off from the diet. But if a person develops milk allergy during the age, after some years or due to their hectic lifestyle, then the digestive fire has got vitiated. So we have to correct the digestive fire rather than stopping the milk. Yes, we advise the patient to stop milk for some time till his digestion is improved, but after that they should start taking the milk.
Okay. And always consult with your doctor first too.
Yes. And one more thing I would like to add about the curd. When we read in Ayurveda in our second year, and we were very much astonished, curd is not advised in Ayurveda to be taken on a daily basis. It blocks the channels of the body. It causes many health problems. So it is contraindicated in many diseases. So curd is mostly helpful for those who are really weak, who want to regain their health, who are having weakness in the body. But otherwise, curd is not advised to be taken on a daily basis.
So curd is also, like, some people might not be as familiar with curd here in the States, but it's basically like yogurt, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so that's used in the preparation of both buttermilk and lassi too.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we covered a good bit then on milk and just the values of it, as far as the protein content and the nutrients that it provides for our body, and then how to take it, right? So taking it 2 hours from a meal. In the morning is best. In the evening is good too. Not taking it if you have taken it with salty foods. And also, I don't think we mentioned, but we did before, like not with fruits, like don't mix it.
Nothing raw food should not be combined with the milk.
Yeah. And fish. And then
we avoid shakes also. No banana shake, no mango shake. It should not be combined.
So that's a common thing, right? Mixing it with fruit and making a shake. So if somebody's going to make a shake, it would be better to use like a nut milk or something like that, or just a juice. The only shake that you can make with milk would be a date shake, right?
Yes.
A date shake, which is very delicious. Soaking the dates and then blending it together with milk.
Yes,
and you can add cardamom.
Yeah, we can add almonds also. We can churn almonds in the milk. We can use that also.
Yeah. Very good. Anything else you want to add?
Yes, I want people to start taking milk. That is a really good source for many health issues. And yes, being vegan is good, but milk is an integral part of our health, and we need that to be healthy.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, Dr. Sonia. It's always a pleasure to talk with you and to learn more, especially from your perspective there in India, and how we can integrate that into our modern world, like understanding the text, right? And then how we can integrate that also into our modern world and the benefits, because Ayurveda has been around for as long as we know, right? Over 5,000 years.
Over 5,000 years, more than 5,000 years.
And so many people have benefited. I know me personally as well. Just the knowledge of Ayurveda has really expanded my own health. Even with the milk products, because at one point I know I didn't have this understanding, and I wasn't drinking milk for a while, but I reintroduced that into my own, and I could see a difference just adding, the need for healthy bones and hair and such. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Most welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
It is always strongly recommended that you consult with a personal healthcare provider prior to applying any of the education provided herein. The educational and informational content provided by Reset and Restore and Natria is in no way, shape, or form to take the place of personalized care provided by a personal healthcare provider. please use the information we provide in conjunction with such professional advice. The content we provide is purely educational in nature about Ayurveda and various wellness topics and is not meant to diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease. We make no claims or warranties to cure, treat, or prevent any disease or condition.